Our speaker today is our very own Leigh Pinkham Johnston. She is working on motivational strategies, and her project is learning to use vocal variety and body language. Let's listen as Leigh talks about Rocky. Rocky was a major part of the family. He would go everywhere with them. He has been to parts of Idaho, Washington, and Oregon. He was also very adventurous. Let's listen as Leigh describes life with Rocky. Her title of her speech is Dog Named Rocky. Leigh Pinkham Johnston, A Dog Named Rocky.
Good morning, and thank you, Darlene, for that introduction. And today's theme works perfectly for our Toastmaster Day because it's a tribute to. And today I'm going to give you a tribute to Rocky. I don't think I've given a speech about Rocky in this group. I may have mentioned him in table topics, but this is the first time that I will mention him in a tribute. Rocky was born in the fall of 2005. He was like a part of a litter of like 9 pups. He was one that did not get taken by somebody because we had advertised the dogs to give away, and he was not one of those that was taken. So he ended up just being part of the family. And we were Rocky and I weren't that close back then. He was just an outside dog. He didn't know what the inside of a house looked like. He was just a res dog. And I hope you can see the pictures that I have of him as a pup. And then there is me with Rocky when he was, I'm guessing, probably about 4 or 5 years old. He was just happy. And you can just see where he just has that beautiful smile that he always has. Rocky was somebody that we have always cherished in our lives. He spent 15 years of his life with me. He was very adventurous, if you can believe that. He'd try anything, especially when it concerned me. One day we went to Indian Lake. Well, we had our four-wheeler, but we didn't have anything for Rocky to try to take him on the four-wheeler. We got back from that Indian Lake trip and we decided, well, let's see if we can get him on the four-wheeler. Lo and behold, that dog got on that four-wheeler and he was able to ride the four-wheeler. Then after that, my husband Jim made a Rocky rack. That patent is still going through. It's still going through. But yeah, Rocky would go anywhere with me. He even went to Selway in Idaho, Selway River in Idaho, went up the mountains. Um, Second picture I have of him is just him smiling. And I was his person. You can ask my husband. I was that dog's person. There was no one else there. If anybody else was there, Rocky didn't have much to do with him if I was there. Um, I would just his person. I've never had a dog like that. I never had a dog that long. That's the longest I've ever had a dog in my life. I have various pictures on the screen right now of Rocky in his different poses. The bottom left is him howling at the coyotes. I am just glad that the coyotes didn't try to do anything to him as well. The one above him is of him sitting in the car, and he just loved going anywhere with me. So he'd go with me to like recycling runs, run to town, go get videos. He'd wait in the car. Just anything I would do, he would be there with me. We even got him in the boat, which was a little bit difficult because of the ramp. The ramp down into the boat had like grates. He was not wanting to do that. walk on that grate. So I kind of had to pull him along. And I think just the depth of that, he just did not want to do anything with that as well. But once we got him on the boat, he was fine. We could get him on the boat almost any time. Towards the end, though, we had problems with him getting on the boat just because it was so hard on his poor joints, and his body was just not wanting to cooperate with his mind. I even have a picture of him at Indian Lake. My friend took that of us at Indian Lake, and I think he rode in the back of the pickup and went with us to Indian Lake. And then like the bottom right-hand side on my screen is of him in his younger days, just outside the place that we were living at. And one thing about that, while all the other dogs like to chase the cars, Rocky did not do that. That took too much time and effort to try to go do those kinds of things. One day, I saw something on Facebook, put something here on this web Facebook page, and we will kind of honor your dog. I did that with, I think it was Indian Country Today, but I'm not sure. It's been quite a while since I've submitted his picture for that. But they called him Rocky the Champion. My husband liked to call him a little codependent with a slight case of separation anxiety. And that was true when it was concerned with me, because he had to be wherever I was. And one day we had the garage open, and Rocky decided he just gonna get on that four-wheeler and wanting to go for a ride. I don't remember if we went for a ride that day or not, but that is one of the pictures that kind of just tickled my fancy, that Rocky wanted to go for a ride as well. But in conclusion, this is a tribute to Rocky. May he rest in peace. He was born in the fall of 2005, lived a full life by riding four-wheelers, fishing on the boat, and spending time with his family, which was us. And then on July 30th, 2021, he crossed the Rainbow Bridge, and Rocky will forever be in our hearts and minds and thoughts as we go about our lives. Thank you.
There we go. Click the mute button. Thank you so much, Leigh. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.